Hi,
There you
Will.
go.
Yeah. Give me one know-how there, man.
No,
Will.
how?
Yeah. I think this is the place that I think the line is better for you, eh?
Okay. Yeah. I guess so. Just
Yeah.
going to set up my phone here real quick.
Okay. All right.
There we go. All right.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah. Very clear.
I can hear you clear now. You sound like a marshal, man. You
Sorry.
sound like a Marshall M.
All right.
Okay,
There.
cool.
Oops.
Never mind.
All right.
Okay, before I start anything, I want to do some what do you call it? Doa, or what do you call it? Recite a simple verse from Al Quran for my late father and all the father and mother of all our friends, our all guitar players, our musicians that passed, left us, and all the Muslims and all our friends all around the world, man. Give me a few minutes, a second, please, eh?
Sure.
Thank you, Will. Okay, untuk semua sahabat-sahabat Islam, sahabat-sahabat saya Nohal semua, saya ingin sedekahkan Al-Fatihah ni kepada arwah ayah saya dan arwah atuk nenek dan pakcik-makcik, kawan-kawan sahabat-sahabat kita yang telah pergi meninggalkan kita. Sahabat-sahabat pemuzik kita yang baik-baik, yang hebat-hebat, semua telah pergi. Kita doakan dengan baca sedekahkan Al-Fatihah kepada mereka, ya. A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Al-Fatihah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki yaumiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amin. Okay. Thank you so much, Will, for your time.
Welcome.
Okay, today, to all our friends in Malaysia, our musician friends, please share, please like whatever you guys can do. Today I have a special guest all the way from Philippines, a good guitar player, a guy who follow the 3M for the past months and know-how and 3M, yeah, and then a guy who apparently loves SHRÖDDER guitar and all this, as plus my greenie. So thank you for your support all the way from Philippines. I would love to say send my gratitude on behalf of me, Mike SHRÖDDER and SHRÖDDER Guitars and all Malaysian. Thank you for your support, Will. And yeah, so how are you, man? And I heard that you and your wife has been what do you call it, by COVID, right?
Yeah. Well, fortunately, my wife has already recovered since a couple of weeks ago. So
Oh, I
me, I'm
see.
still on
All
the
right, that's good news.
recovery process. I
Okay.
don't have that. I don't have that. Those more serious symptoms. I
Okay,
just
that's
have
good.
that little bit of dry cough,
Okay.
and sometimes it's hard to breathe when you just walk for a short distance. So so far, that's what I'm experiencing right now.
Oh, I see. But I heard they say once you do some simple exercise, or just walk around or something like that, it might help you to gain some breathing, things like that, right? I don't know. I heard people in hospital say those people who go to hospital, they will advise them to maybe do some walking or something if they can walk, if they can wake up. If they're bedridden, then they can't do much. But anyway, how is Philippines doing now in sense of this
Philippines,
COVID and pandemic? Yeah.
man, it's really sad because I mean, in spite of the all of what's going on, I mean, honestly, the government, they still manage to somehow, you know, put things on their own hands.
Oh, I see.
There's still, you cannot still deny or hide the fact that there are corruption even in the local government sector.
I see.
Meaning local government, meaning in the barangays, you know, the barangays, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Like in Malaysia or Indonesia, we have this little barangays for each town or
yeah, yeah,
city.
yeah.
So yeah, yeah, it's really obvious that there's still corruption, even though this what's happening, and a lot of I mean, stupid laws are being passed around.
Yeah.
Stupid laws made by, you know, stupid people as well. Some are
Yeah.
like so senseless anymore.
You know, that's the criteria to be like them, to be a politician. That's the criteria. No shameless face, you know, and thick stick as a steel, what do you call it? Shield.
Shield,
A stick as steel shield to be on your face as a politician, so that when people, the people get angry or people scold them or, you know, say something, or even for them there's nothing. The shield is so thick. So it's like they were like laughing at home with their family, and all the people is dying. For them, that's the criteria. Anywhere you go in this world, that's the same thing.
that's true. And it doesn't really matter for them because at the end of the day, I mean, they're the ones getting richer and richer every day.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
you know, that's a sad part.
yeah. But anyways, let's chuck them one side and let's talk about us, man. Music bring us together. Music bring all the world together, man, regardless of race, religion, and things like that.
Right.
And I hope the 3M, that what I'm doing right now for the past a year or so, will bring not only local players together, but foreign players together. I mean, we were talking, me, you, Mike Schroeder, Jay, and a few other guys from Italy, from France, from US and Japan, and all over the world. I mean, they are keen to know what is 3M is like. What is the systematic of the 3M? The 3M got nothing to do with normal to be friend with people. That doesn't happen on 3M. 3M is only on playing. You just, I'm trying to explain again. The know-how means is something like, we are all together. We are all same humankind, man. You know, if you can see dog and cat and tiger can be together now, how about us, human who have brains?
Correct. Exactly.
You see on the TV they show the cats and dog sleeping together, eating together, you know, not fighting like before. Now we are fighting like them.
Correct.
They are becoming us. You know, that's what Metallica says, sad but true, man. This is happening, you know. But for me, as long as I'm breathing, and you are breathing, and we are all breathing, why don't we be together? It starts with us, man. The politician doesn't want to be together. They want to be rich. Ask them to get lost, you know. For us, we are musicians. Musicians are meant to be clean-hearted people. Clean-hearted people. Play something with honesty. No grudge. No, what do you call it? No grudge and no greed-oriented people.
Right.
We are not like that. So I think, never mind. Okay, musically, what's happening now in Philippines?
Yeah. Okay. Well, the good thing, I mean, I can say, despite of what's happening on the bright side, musically, what's happening here in the Philippines,
Oh, that's good.
but we still can't erase the fact that most gigs are really zero, right?
Seriously, yeah.
No gigs. But there is some still there are platforms uh, or welcoming artists who can still play their songs live through
You mean
YouTube
live
or
streaming?
through Facebook. Yeah, sorry.
You mean live streaming?
Yeah, live
Live streaming on stage or just on internet or something like that?
on the internet.
Ah, okay, that's live streaming then. Live streaming. Yeah.
Yeah. So and also, I mean, the guitar enthusiasts are still able to somehow manage to keep up with their gears, buy what they want. So whenever I read some local Facebook pages when it comes to gears and guitars, so I mean, despite of what's happening, most of us they can still able to get what they want despite of what's going on. So I mean, that's a good part though. I
Yeah.
mean, probably it's just a
Yeah.
way of rewarding themselves.
Yeah. You cannot throw away the fact that people are dying, people are getting sad, and all this. Musicians are falling apart, bands are breaking away. Yeah, but it's up to the people, individual people, to take things on their own. It's either to take the left turn or the right turn. It's up to them, right? Like for me, I've lost almost 90% of my income, man. Can you imagine? 90% of my income. No recording anymore, no gigs anymore, no show, no. The band has stopped for like 2.5 years. My last concert with the band was 2018. That was 3 years ago. So, but end of the day, we all need to survive, man. We all need to play. We all need to practice. There's no way to say no. I don't want to practice. There's no way, man. You need to do it. You have food or no food, you have to practice. I already set my mind back then, 40 years ago. I don't care what's happening. I'm supposed to be an aircraft, a jet fighter pilot back then in the late 70s. That's what I told my dad. Man, I
Really?
said, Dad, I really want to do it. I really want to be a jet fighter. Oh, that's good. So we all studied very well, get to the best education what we can in Singapore. That once I heard the riff from Deep Purple.
Okay.
I heard that riff, man. I say I'm quit. I don't want to be a pilot, man. I want to be a guitar player. That's it. That's the doom for me on pilot. Gone. What do you call it? Smoke on the water. Smoke on the water was the initial riff that turned my path away, man. From to be a jet fighter, and that's it. The guitar.
I wonder.
I told my dad.
I wonder.
Yeah.
I wonder what would happen if you didn't hear it
You
that
mean
time.
what? Guitar?
Let's say if you didn't hear that,
I might be a pilot now. Yeah, I might
right?
be a pilot. But I've stopped flying because of pandemic. Because that's what I want to do. Back then, when I was small, I was a kid. That's what I want to do. I want to fly a plane with not the commercial plane. I want to fly a fighter plane. My room is full of aviation book and some model plane my father
Models.
used to buy for me at home. But that reef changed everything, man.
Oh,
So okay, what was your first reef when you heard when you start playing? Can you share with us?
well, collectively, I would say the Appetite for Destruction album and the Kill 'Em All
Oh.
album by Metallica.
Okay.
Collectively, I really can't say the one exact song, but I mean, man, when I hear the Appetite for Destruction album, it was really like full of attitude, really kick ass, the vibe and all. And not to mention, of course, Metallica, one of my really favorite heavy metal bands. So when I heard the
Mm.
Phantom Lord really made me, it's like it's kind of different from being what I call this um, from influence. It really made my think to myself that this is the part I really want to play the guitar and learn the guitar.
Yeah.
How Kirk Hammett does his thrash metal riffs. So it was really mind blowing. All of them are
He
just
was
playing me
from
right.
the band. He was from the band Fate No More, right?
Sorry.
Kurt Hammett was from a different band before. Fate No More, right?
And he's from Exodus, but
Exodus, yeah.
from Kill 'Em All, he's already first Metallica's album. He was the one who replaced Dave Mustaine.
Indeed, yeah. So I was not into them. The day I came out from my club years, 1986. I think Metallica just entered Malaysian market. Probably 86, yeah. When the first album, I can't remember what album, because my brother bought in a normal, beside the road, the people selling all the groceries and all this. They used to sell the pirate cassette.
Mm-hmm.
My brother brought home a cassette with the cross, what do you call it, inlay outside.
Okay.
With what album is that? I think by
Was it
Metallica. I think.
Metallica?
Yeah,
Is it Metallica?
Yeah. Metallica with the cross on a grave.
Oh, Master of Puppets.
Yeah, that was the album. Yeah. So I was like, okay. I went home. I listened to in my room. I listened. I was like, what the hell is this, man? Because I was into the old Scorpion.
Yeah.
Uriah Heep, old Scorpion with Uli Roth, with Marcus Schenker and all that. So my mind and my playing was 2000% into them, So when these new bands came into our market, I was like with the speed, with the metal, it's like thrash metal, something like that. So I was like, my ears can't go in at first, So I just take the cassette, I just put under my pillow. I was like, hey man, I'm not listening to this. Until today. But I listen to Meshuggah, I listen to Lamb of God, I listen to a lot of Scandinavian metal and all that. I listen to Finnish metal, I listen to Swedish metal bands that are more rough, more like grindcore, like what do you call it? A British band, Napalm Death. I saw them here three times. Man, they are killer, man. Seriously. And then I love to hear something very, very rough, mild and soft. But as long as it can be melodically influenced, I'm into it. Like Meshuggah is something Swedish band that's so good, so what do you call it? Technically good. If you ask me, if you ask me about me liking them or Dream Theater, I will love Meshuggah more compared to Dream Theater. I mean, both are good, but I will take Meshuggah anytime. Seriously.
Meshuggah is really hands down one of the most craziest technical.
Oh yeah, man.
Mathematical.
Yeah.
band. They're the pioneers of actually one of the pioneers of gent. So
Yeah.
it was
You heard
those two-
Tools?
yeah.
Tools.
Sorry,
The
Tool.
band Tool.
Yeah,
That's another great band, man. Yeah.
one of
I love them. I love them.
and just to going back, when I was growing up, I was already hearing Scorpions as well. They're, just to let you know,
Yeah.
Scorpions is one of the staples here in the Philippines. Believe it or not.
Yeah. I believe
I
you.
mean, all of the people here, especially those who live down south, the provinces, they really
Yeah.
like Scorpion because they can relate. People can relate on their lyrics and on their songs, right? So
Yeah.
it's really a staple listening to to Scorpions as well when I was growing up.
Bro, can I tell you something? You know Metallica?
Yeah,
You
sure.
know James Hetfield?
Yeah.
When he was in college, he was listening to Scorpion.
Sorry.
When Metallica, what do you call it? Hetfield was in college. He was listening
Okay.
to the old Scorpion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then
I
they covered
believe.
the song. They covered the song from the song called "Sail of Sharon." They covered.
Okay.
Testament covered. Even Iron Maiden covered the band
Okay.
because the long historical since 1965 Scorpion. So when the third lineup was with Matthias Jepp with different more melodic, more commercial songs. But before that, when the first album Lonesome Crow 1971, it was a jazz rock album. Second was tremendously into classical rock, blues classical rock by the great Willie John Roth. No? I was into them note for note when I was young. That was my first what do you call it, hell break loose for me to play. It was like, man, so hard, man. That guy's song, when you play, it's like you send your fingers to the hell and come back. Seriously, because too hard. Listen, it's like, I think I can do it.
Yeah,
Just when you think you
True.
can do it, your fingers can't do it. So it was like that for me. It was Gary Moore also the same thing. I was into Josh Lynch from Dokken before, and Michael Schenker with MSG. You know, these are all the great bands. Loudness, Uriah Heep, Striper, Christian band. You remember Striper?
Striper, yeah.
Yeah, I was playing the songs also. Twisted Sister,
Really.
all the old bands, Earthshaker, Japan Band, Bow Wow, Loudness. These are all the bands that mold my playing with my band. And then yeah, how is the shops, musical instrument shop in the Philippines? Are they open or are they open online?
Online, yeah, there are still a couple of them that are busy online. But
Okay.
the one did you see in the picture where I
Yeah. Okay.
holding my gem? That
Yeah.
store is already closed.
Was it?
Yeah, they're one of the
Is that
big.
a big store? It looks like big. Yeah, it looks big.
They're the only authorized dealer, Ibanez dealer in the Philippines.
I
But during the
see.
pandemic, some of the branches had to close.
Okay.
So,
So sad, huh?
although there are still online shops which are offering like new brands like Tajima, uh,
Okay.
vintage, the vintage
Ah.
Les Paul that you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually like
As a
that.
gift. That's a gift from from one of my students from Switzerland.
Really? I like
Yeah.
that. That's the slash signature, right?
Yeah. No. Mine is the exact copy of Peter Green.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
So there are still active music shops. But yeah, I mean, if you really want something or need something, I mean, you can still find whatever you need to. That's the good
okay.
thing. You still
What
have
what
access.
are what are those imported U.S. brands that come into Philippines? Don't mind sharing?
Sure. You mean what brands?
Yeah. Like Charvel, Jackson, Les Paul, Fender, and all these. What are the super strat bands? Super strat like Charvel, are they in there?
Yeah. Uh, Charvel and Jackson. They already have a flagship store here in the Philippines already.
Okay.
It's offered by JB Music and Sports. They're the official distributor and Fender as well. And so far for Ibanez, it's only audiophile. And there's another one called Lyric. They're the one who sells PRS and Schecter,
Okay.
LTD, ESPs.
Mm.
So yeah, for each like store, there's a certain flagship brand that they offered.
Yeah.
So
I think exactly like Malaysia, same thing. But these are all the shops in the middle of what do you call it, Manila or different province,
uh,
different country, state.
they're they're strategically, I mean, located within Metro Manila.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
So some of them are located in the malls. So yeah, I mean, if you're more comfortable, of course, it's yeah, you can go to the mall.
Ah,
So and you can still, I mean, choose a lot of brands out there.
okay. Okay, one question, a long question I wanted to ask you.
Sure.
How do you know me?
Okay. I actually came across you playing, and before the first time I saw you playing was you were using the your SoCal.
Oh, okay.
So I was watching you every day, and then sometimes you switch to the Les Paul,
Yeah,
and I really love your playing since I thought to myself, it's like your notes are coming out from your mouth and your soul, you know.
okay.
So it's like really magical for me. And then after a couple of days, I saw you using the Greenie Beast.
Yeah.
So and that also, I mean, really made me a huge fan as well. Since
Thank you.
Greenie Beast, Greenie Beast and you, it's like it really complements each other. The way you play, the way the how the guitar delivers the tone each time you play a note or strike a bend, or even if you just pull a simple whammy trick out there. So I mean, hands down. So that's the reason why I was able to know you ever since I was a fan.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Uh, I mean, I'm an unschooled player. I don't go to school. I don't go to musical college. I don't go to nothing. I got zero and zero knowledge. Seriously, I only know major, minor. Damn, I don't know how to say it. Major, minor, pentatonic, blues, some harmonic minor, one harmonic minor, melodic minor. and then diminish probably. That's all I know. I don't know modes zero. I don't know. I just know all this main big scale. But I was taught to have, okay, I know someone is fighting, I consider it's like a war. Someone is fighting with a new weapon, all this blah, blah, blah. I only have a knife, man. By hook or by crook, I need to fight this war, you know. So that's guitar playing for me. It's not actually war, but to search for your own playing, your own voice, your own character, and from there you go deeper than that. No, you go deeper than that. Yeah.
Yes.
And then you go deeper than that, and then you need to find how to for me, 4-digit numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can add on this all the time. It will never finish infinity. You can do all this 4, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 2. You can never finish. But in notes, we have 7 notes. For sure, you can't finish all the time, right?
Right.
So that's why I use my theory. I just stay at home. I was like, hey man, how? I always ask this question, why this Michael Schenker can play like this, but not me? Why not me? I always take the cloth, like this. I always bang my head, no? So I do this. I was like, why I can do it? When I was a bachelor, when I was young, I always ask this question. I can play note for note all the songs. Yeah, I feel glad I can do that because I learn a lot of things. But at the same time, I'm lost, you know, lost traveling in other people's voices. So lucky I put a stop there. I wanted to find a way to keep searching for myself. How am I going to? No, I'm just because you keep on asking me this, right? So I'm telling you these tips, so that for me, I think technically you are good. You can do tapping, you can do Freud, you can do a wonderful arpeggio and all this. You can do. Technically, I know, I'm sure you are there. But
thank you.
The most important thing is to get your technical part and your feel part combined and look for that voice deep inside. It can be 1 note, it can be 3 notes, it can be 10 notes, it can be a zillion notes, doesn't matter. But that is the most important thing that I always tell my students, I always talk on my seminars and all that. Don't worry about other people trying to be Ferrari or what. Don't worry. Let them go. Because Ferrari can go only so fast and they will stop somewhere. A cheetah can only run for 500 meters fast. After that, you can just stay in front of him. The tongue will come out, and start breathing. So always be like a turtle or something where they can walk slowly, but they never stop. So I'm just sharing this because I know probably maybe sometimes you're lost. I can see that. I can see sometimes you're trying to be someone else at certain time, certain part where you appreciate your heroes. I'm sure. Everybody does that. But how long you want to do that?
Exactly. Actually, that's what I'm trying to separate myself right now. Like what you mentioned to me earlier.
Yeah.
So it was really an eye opener when you mentioned that to me. So I mean, moving forward, I mean, you're right. I might as well instead of imitate or be someone else.
Yeah.
In our own ways, we can be really a great. Just look at you, right? I mean, in your own way, you're a great guitar player without having, to sound like this or this guy or this guy. So yeah, I mean, thank you for actually sharing that to me earlier. It really,
My pleasure. I really want to see you. The same thing I'm telling to all my fellow musicians around here. I have new next generation, the new gen people, the guys, the players who are frequently very good. In Malaysia, there are a lot of good guitar players, but I always tell them, you copy first. Copy your good world standard heroes, not local heroes. Copy your world standard heroes. Get to know them. Listen to them. Copy them. That's what I did. You know, some of my one of my students, he did ask me a question. He was like, "Sir, I used to learn in a college, music college, and he have a degree in music. But can I ask you a question?" Yeah. He came to my house and do a thesis about the sound, my guitar, my setting, everything, you know. I was like, okay, what question you want to ask me? He said, hey, I know a lot of chords, man. I can build my own chords, like 1,500 chords and so forth, and something like that. I know a zillion scale and modes and blah, blah, blah. I can play different positions. So what is your question? I asked him, what's your question? Tell me. Why the producers don't call me? Because I know a lot of things. But instead of they call me, they call you. I said, that's a good question, man. I'll give you a good answer. I say, very simple. Before you go to school, before you even go to a kindergarten school or a normal school, do you learn how to speak through them or through your parents? Where? Where do you learn how to speak? Where do you learn how to spell? You learn how to spell in your school, but you learn how to speak with your parents. Correct or not? Yes, sir. I learn to speak from the songs that I play. But you learn how to spell to the college that you went through. Correct? Yeah. So the producer called the player who know how to speak, know how to spell. Then it was like, oh, no wonder. Of course, I say, if I want to call someone to play for an album or a song or something like that, I wouldn't want to call someone who can do this in a song. For what? You know, the producer will say, what the fuck you playing, man? What nonsense you play? Give us a melody. Give us a melody that fits in the song. Right, they will start doing this, you know. That's why I say, the more mature you go, that's why I'm trying to tell people, try to share with a lot of people. You know, even I have a student from America who asked me, can I learn your 3M, bro? I really want to learn. Because I say, hey man, there's a lot of great players in America. Superly great. Superly fast, you know. And they say, he say what? No. I'm not into that. I'm not into that. Because I'm into some serious melodic and musical content. I say, if you want to learn that, I can maybe help you. Maybe you are in the right place. But if you want to see this, on your fretboard, you have the wrong guy. I'm so sorry. But until today, he is my student today, you know. So when I see you, Will, I know you have a lot of chops. You can do this, you can do that, you are still young. You know, you can shred, you can go fast, easy. But remember what I told you just now?
Yes.
Put a stop there. Put a stop. Let someone notice you with your own shit, man. Seriously. Then you know you mean something big. It doesn't matter, it don't have to be a Ferrari or what, but you know something. Someone might call you, wow, is that you? Oh, wow, man, I love the way you play, man. Through your own melody, through how you lay down your melody. That's very important. That's why I do this formula called 3M. 3M in Malay means mencari. Mencari means, okay, the number one is mencari. Mencari means to search. To search. Second, menggali. Menggali means to dig in.
Okay.
to dig in. So the third one will be menjiwai. Menjiwai means to feel it, to feel it soulfully. So these are the three formula that I created on my formula, so that how do you want to acknowledge your own playing? Any song, just like that. Any song, fast song, slow song, doesn't matter. But how you want to throw your melody through it. That's very important. If not, you will be sounding like some other people. Oh, I want to sound like him. I want to sound like Slash. I want to sound like Gary Moore. I want to sound like Mumstein. I want to sound. It's not wrong, but the deeper you go towards that, your own philosophy of playing, your own identity will lost just like that. What do you think about that, man? Can you add on to it?
Yeah, I actually agree with you, because it's like if you just stick with that, I mean, you'll be basically you'll be stagnant, right?
Yeah.
There's no room for you to improve them anymore. Let's say if you reach a level wherein you were already a Malmsteen level, let's say, very fast. That's what you're always saying. Until when? I mean, until when you're going to be like that?
Yeah.
Will you improve? I mean, in your own, still going to improve. So, I mean, that's why I'm considering what you were saying earlier.
Yeah.
Instead of, trying to be someone else, just find your own notes. And I also agree with you, but it might be one or two or three. Until now, I'm doing that whenever I play the guitar. So always trying to find the more melodic notes where I can be, or what notes and what techniques I can incorporate so it would sound differently.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. So
I give you another good tips. If you want to jam over a backing track is something very good for you to build your playing. Seriously, I do my training all the time with backing track. How to speak. Just because 3M is more spontaneous. Plug in, no nonsense, just play. So you must play a melody that fits in the song, like it's been created 10 years ago, Someone that listened to that playing must listen hey man, the song is like been played like 10 years ago. The melody fits in the song, fits in the voicing. But they do not know that we started just there. But to get to do that, I will tell you this method I did back then. We take a long towel, a long towel, blindfold yourself, get your guitar sound ready, take a backing track and play. I tell you something, on the first day and the first month you will do a zillion mistake. But after 2 years, trust me, someone will knock at your door. Will, are you there? Trust me. Because you end up playing with your own voice by searching your fretboard. And then use the tools. The biggest tools is not the technique, no. Don't put the technique on top your tools, no. Put your technique below your tools. It's always like that. It's always like this. These tools are always the top. These are the vibrato. These are the slide notes, glide notes, hammer on, pull off, tremolo, trem, you name it. These are all the tools that you need. Your technique, your speed, these will come under them. You see, like a singer who can sing so good, but there's no vibrato. Can you accept that?
well, it's kind of kind of hard. I
Straight up
guess.
singer who sing, the pitching are good, everything is good, but there's no vibrato.
Hmm.
So guitar player, number one tools for me is the bending and the vibrato. Number one.
Correct.
The closest way to play with the voice by guitar is only two: bending and vibrato.
Hmm.
It's like you listen to Clapton, you listen to Albert King, you listen to B.B. King and all this. They don't play nonsense, man. They just play one or two notes and that's it.
Right.
So that's very important to score your own musical territory. I mean, that's one of the tips that I can share to you. You can try that all the time. If you take maybe like 3 hours a day you practice, doesn't matter. But that 1 hour, blindfolded, play.
I will.
Show
I'm
me.
gonna try that.
Show me, Will. Give me your video. I want to listen. I want to see.
I
With
will. I will
mistakes.
send it.
With mistakes. Then I can construct you back. This and that. I will try. No worry. It's for free. No worries.
Okay.
Uh,
I will.
are you okay? Are you sleepy?
No, no, no.
Okay. Thought you're sleepy or something. So okay. I've seen I seen a Filipino guy who do set up in the in YouTube, curly hair.
Oh,
Used to play. What's the guy's name?
Perf.
He used to
Perfecto.
go to. He used to go to Nam show,
Yeah. I think you're referring to Perf. He's one of the most famous guitarists in the Philippines.
Oh,
He
okay.
was the former guitar player of River Maya, one of the
Oh,
famous
okay.
band in the early 90s here in the Philippines.
Okay.
Good guy.
I saw the video where he was adjusting the front rows and all that. I was like, who's the hell? Who's this guy? Suddenly, oh, this guy is from Philippines. Oh, okay. That time I asked you this question.
He was in Germany last week, I guess. He was in
Really?
Germany. Yeah,
For
to practice pedals, I guess, or some guitars.
okay. Yeah, I was offered by Mike. He
Hmm.
2 weeks ago he mentioned to me about this what do you call it, this effect the pedal company from America. They're like keen to sponsor me my own what do you call it, signature pedal,
Hmm. Wow.
So I'm looking forward. Mike told me that. Mike showed me the message that he was talking to the CEO. So that
Wow.
company apparently apparently was sponsoring, endorsing Martin Friedman
Wow. Okay.
now. Yeah. So I'm expecting to maybe have some call from or email from them. Let's see what happens. Uh,
It's
at
really
this
cool.
age, man, almost 60 years old, now people are coming to me.
Yeah.
I have big brands are coming to me. Well, in my musical journey, I was not into it. I was not into this nonsense, into flashy thing. I want to be a rock star. I was not into it. I was really into the musical journey. I was really into that passion thing about to seek for myself. And then, yeah, slowly things are coming. I mean, yeah, started with this greedy man. uh,
All of them are
uh,
keep them coming, right?
I think so. I'm blessed. Alhamdulillah, I'm blessed.
You're the best.
Hopefully, things are coming for you also in a good way, and in Philippines.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what the one thing I always tell you. Always seek for your own voice. It can be late. It can be a little bit more painful, but it's rewarding. Because I'm sure those guys who can follow Slash, those guys who can follow Marty Friedman, those guys who can follow Malmsteen, those guys who can follow Steve Vai, there are billions of them anywhere in this world.
Right.
Millions. If you come and play the same old Steve Vai shit, and people will start talking, again, again, no. So where do people see the difference between you and some other players? That's what I meant. Go slow, go deep, keep searching. The truth will come. The truth will come. The truth will come in the way you speak. You know, when that's why I was telling you, Mike SHRÖDDER saw my playing when I was playing Stick Out the Blues on my soca. I've never played a song in my life, never. So down in Malaysia, let me explain. Down in Malaysia, there's a lot of people who wants to listen to you play a note for note. But I changed them a lot now. I changed them a lot. I say, if you want to listen to the note for note, you can go and buy the CD and listen to that. No problem. But if you ask me to play, I will play my own style. If you don't like it, take a hike. If you like it, I'm thankful. But that's how you know me. So right. I wanted to test the European market by doing that. Because I heard they were more free to accept, what do you call it, moments where you play. It can be you. It can be, as long as it's you in your interpretation, they will accept you. So I wanted to try it. So I randomly jam on the Stick Out the Blues, spontaneous, one go. So I sent to one that top guitar player, the group.
Yeah. So
they end up sending to different group. You know.
Right.
So that day, I have few Westerners, European who add on my Facebook. They all want to know what amps do I use, what blah blah blah, what effect, rig blah. I was like, okay, then how you interpret, what scale you use. That's where I have problem, man, to explain, because I have zero knowledge about scale. So I just play, man. So that day, that guy came in, that one German guy, Mike SHRÖDDER.
Mike SHRÖDDER.
Remember? Yeah. So that was the case where the history happened, you know. So hopefully someday it'll be your turn, and someday will be some other people's turn around this world, or around any other country in this world. You know, what past is past. What's the greatest players? We cannot change the history. Jimi Hendrix is the greatest player. No one can change that. Malmsteen was the greatest. Steve Vai, Slash, Michael Schenker, and all these great cats are all the greatest. Nobody can change that. If you can play, if you practice a zillion hours a day, you still cannot change that. But you can change you and me.
Nice.
Right? I can always change myself. As long as I'm living, I'm breathing. I told my wife, I told my kids, I told myself, I will never stop practicing it. I never. No food, got food, sick, cannot wake up, I will still play. I will try my best. Until the day when I cannot even wake up anymore or go. So I'm not worried anymore. So I'm done. Hold on, signature pedal. Yeah, Joe, watch out for the signature pedal, man, soon. Inshallah. There's can you read the comment?
No, I can't see the comments.
Or maybe you have to need another handphone. I will read something. Those guys were saying hi to you, and yeah, welcome.
Thank you.
To all our local what do you call it, friends. It was like welcome to you, Will. And then I'm looking forward to see a little bit more journey for you. I know. I think I know. When I hear you, when I see you, the way you talk to me back then, I know you. I know you are a very passionate guy. I know.
Thank you.
I can feel you. I can feel you. There's another one. There's another guy from Portugal. His name is Ricardo Gomez.
From
that
where?
guy really, Ricardo Gomez,
I mean, where is he from?
Portugal.
Oh, Portugal. Okay.
So he was into me also, into my 3M, and he was like, "Hey man, how do you do that?" He is a musically background guy. He can shred. He can do a lot of things, but the problem is he cannot do that. So I said, the day you still want to do the same thing, that's your answer.
Right.
You have to leave. You will have to leave behind what you're doing for the past. Then you're opening a new door. Then you can see, oh, this like this, oh, it's so deep, and it's no bottom. It's straight away deep. The deeper you go, the more beautiful you can find things, So I have this in my blood because I'm an Indian guy. My father is an Indian guy, Indian Muslim. So married to my mother, a Malay Muslim lady with the Indonesian blood. I have my Javanese blood on my mother's side. I have the Indian and Turkey on my father's side. So maybe a blend of four culture make you to differentiate and listen to more colorful things. Yeah. How about you? How about you, Will? Are you totally what do you call it? A Filipino guy by what? What race? Don't mind sharing.
Let's say my mom was half Chinese.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Chinese. Father Philippine.
Her father. My
Okay.
mom's father. He
Your
was a
dad?
pure Chinese. Sorry?
Your dad?
No. My mom's dad.
Yeah, I know.
He was a
But
pure.
what happened? What is your dad? Your dad
Oh,
is pure Philippine?
yeah, they're Filipino.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. There's a few guys from who say hello to you. They
Hello.
all welcome you on this. What do you call it? No, the reason I'm doing this is because I want to document it on my channel, so that
Exactly.
only a guitar player understands a guitar player.
Yes, exactly.
Because there's no one doing this here, and I'm starting this now. I talk to guitar players. It can be someone who just started playing, can be a guy who play for 30 years or 40 years, doesn't matter. As long as we know how deep the feeling was to be a guitar player. To be good or not, that is your problem. That is your territory that you need to practice. Maybe I need to practice more for me to become better and all that. So that one, regardless of how good or how bad you are, you have to do the same thing. That's the key. But to get to feel another guitar player, I think only guitar players understand. So did you have your dinner? Done.
Sorry?
Did you have your dinner?
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
food, dinner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Now, what is the time now in Philippines?
I think it's already 10:38.
It's like same here.
Yeah, same. I believe we have the
Same.
same time zone.
Okay, that's good. That's cool, man. I
I
thought
believe
you
even
like,
even in Indonesia, I guess, or I guess it
uh,
depends on part of the island,
yeah,
but yeah, we have the same time zone.
macam mana discover bang? Bang, tanya dia macam mana dia discover bang. Oh, someone is asking from Zulfika Jamil. He was asking, how did you discover me? You mentioned it back then, before just now, right? Uh,
Yeah,
this guy is
that's
asking
okay.
how you discovered me. Can you like just give a simple?
Yeah, of
Uh,
course. Well, I was part of the several guitar pages in FB, so I came across this person playing this gold SoCal Charvel. So I was really blown into his playing, and I also saw him when he plays his Les Paul. So I even commented to one of his videos saying, "Man, your notes are like coming out from your soul in your mouth." So really awesome playing. And then after a couple of, I believe it, days, or then I saw you using the Greeny Beast, your Shredder Greeny Beast. And from there, I got hooked. I got hooked on. So that's it. I became a fan ever since.
Thank you. And a friend and a buddy.
And a friend, yeah, of course.
Yeah. I
Friend.
mean, a fan is for me is as a musician we all have those to climb, you know. But it's more important to have a buddy that understand you and we can share something together and move on, you know. Uh, I'll go into that one more than I go into the fan thing because yeah, maybe as I know, you are a good guitar player yourself, but as what
Thank
I
you.
told you, I need to put a stop somewhere so that you see yourself. You see yourself after this. There's no more worry. That's the biggest step you ever want to take is to leave your clone or your what do you call it, your heroes behind and take that door, that biggest door. Man, it's so hard. It's alone. It's your alone. You know. You just open the door. You just look. Oh, there's nothing in front of you. There's nothing to hold on to. You know. No
Right,
Michael
right.
Schenker. No Willie John Roth. No nothing. You have to take that biggest leap once. But remember this. These are all the heroes that you learn from. What you learn will help you in your process to seek for your own self, the truth, your own voice. Trust me, you
Exactly.
will find it. Trust me. I'm still looking. I'm still searching. It's a never-ending process. It's a
Correct.
never-ending process. Seriously, it's never-ending process. Today you play like this, tomorrow whoa man, what's wrong with me? What crap did I did, man? Another thing. Oh, that's why when I play, I used to bang all my notes. I used to play. I don't care. I can play perfect pitch if I want to. Play perfect notes, F to
Right.
G, G to C sharp. I can do that easy. But how do I learn if I do that? How do I bend from F sharp to G, to C sharp to A? How do I do that? I have to make mistake. So I
Correct.
keep bending wrong notes. I think, oh, I can do that. Oh, I can hit this note. So I can use that all the time. If one day I know one thing new, 100 days I know 100 things new.
Mm-hmm.
If three
Right,
years,
right.
so 3 years I can combine all things that I know and make my own melody. Use
Right.
that wheel. Seriously. Uh,
I
don't
agree.
don't 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 expect to learn only on modes or scale. That will end you playing blindly, you know. Huh? How does a rock scene in the Philippines? Question for you, Will, by Zulfika.
Well, Roxy in the Philippines, it's not that strong compared during when there was still a pandemic. So
Yeah.
because rock scene, you can't really say a rock scene or a rock concert without playing live. So kind of really kind of died down a little, but
Yeah.
like what I mentioned to was an earlier, there are still some platforms that would still offer some bands who play their stuff. So still good. So still
Okay.
give I'm happy that some bands are still given a chance to play or showcase their stuffs. So yeah,
Through live streaming, through live streaming on this, right? Okay.
yeah.
Okay, Zulfikar, you got it? Our question from our brother Zulfikar the know-how. So, okay, what is your, I mean, what is your perspective towards you looking or searching through the notes or through the scale that how do you go before this? How do you go before this? If I were to give you a simple A minor or A major or D major chord, how do you go by this?
Okay. First, I visualize the chord in my head as a shape.
Okay.
The first,
Okay.
it's like a trademark on my end, which let's say A minor. Ideally, for A minor, I would start, let's say, with this an arpeggio, or let's say um, a bend. So I would start with a shape or pattern that I'm familiar with, that I'm really used to doing.
Okay.
Pretty much that's
Ah,
how I start and look at a certain scale or chord or a progression.
okay. After this, after this day, you change. I'll teach you one tip. Don't visualize the chord, but visualize the melody first.
The melody. Okay.
Yes. Try to visualize that first. Always put the melody up there first. Let's say you have this trang A minor, just da 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 da, something like that. But if you visualize the chord, the A minor will still be A minor. Don't worry. You'll still be there. But the most important thing is how to play in that chord to sound very melodic by visualizing the melody first. But then you have to like throw the melody right to your fingers. That's where you tend to do a lot of mistake.
Hmm.
This one says something else. This one plays something else.
Right,
It
right,
doesn't synchronize,
right, right.
But that is the best training. I tell you, that's the best training. You do 5 notes, you make 4 notes wrong. You have 1 note correct. Doesn't matter. Relax. Tomorrow, same thing. The next 1 week, the same thing. After 1 month, you tend to get 2 notes correct. 3 notes
Hmm.
false. After 3 months, after 6 months, and I'm not talking that 5 notes, I'm talking about a lot of notes that we play in musical terms. But after 3 or 6 months, you tend to get 40% correct, 60% wrong.
Hmm.
You start doing wonders here. You can do this here, but your fingers can't do that. It doesn't synchronize. But if you can do that, there, that's where the magical terms come, where you can just on any musical terms and just play. Play play your own way, play your own melody, play your own terms. Uh, that's what the hardest thing to do. There's another guy who my old friend is here, Asim LH, the great Langama.
Hmm.
My 40-year-old friend is here. This guy is one of
Oh,
the guy who do concerts or for rock concert before. So these are all the fighters of the rock era. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's go into the history of guitar making in Philippines. I heard the Philippines are great at doing building acoustic guitars. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then there's another electric, modern electric brand also, right, from the Philippines.
Well, I'd say Philippines is known to be one of the builders of acoustic guitars, especially in the south side part, and
Cebu, Cebu.
Cebu,
Yeah,
Cebu.
I heard.
But I mean, it would sound great for someone who is, I want a guitar. Here's your guitar. So if you're more into really more on specific on the tone, playability, I would say it's not really that good quality make. But
Yep.
but right now the good thing is there are already modern builders available around wherein they can build custom made guitars as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I saw the guy. Remember that popular guitarist from Philippines. That guy we were talking about just now.
Oh,
He was
okay.
holding one. He's holding one green color guitar with the flame top or something like that. I think that's
I
from
think it's
Philippine brand, right?
I'm sorry.
I think that's a Filipino brand, Philippine brand, right? Made in Philippines, if not mistaken.
I believe so.
Tajima, something like that. Is it Tajima?
Oh no, Tajima is Brazilian.
Brazilian. Oh, okay. And probably something else I saw. Yeah.
He actually used to endorse Sully guitars. Sully
Sally. Oh, okay.
Sully guitars.
Sally guitar is
Yeah,
local, is it? Local brand.
those boutique guitars in the US.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. So, what is your pedal of choice?
Right now,
Yeah. What do you
I
own?
have
What do you use?
right now I use a Boss GT8 and a Moore GE100. I also have a couple of pedals as well, but for practicality purposes, I tend to more and use my multi-effects as of right now because it offers a looper. So it gives me more access to practice. It makes me do more some running rhythm parts if I wanted to
Oh, okay.
create a song. So, but if for tone, if you're gonna ask me for tone purposes,
Uh-huh.
I would get a good I would good get a good amp instead.
Yeah.
That's one of my regrets. I'd rather go a decent, good amp.
Okay. Can I share with you one tips? If you are practicing your fingering,
Mhm.
or if you are practicing your 3M, like what I do all the time, take away your pedals away. Put it one side.
Mhm.
No pedals, no nothing.
Mhm.
Zero. Only your amp, or if your amp is purely clean, use one pedal only, or only a dry pedal. And use your finger here on your volume and here to restructure your tone and color your tone, what you want. If the tone sounds good, that means you're purely good. If the tone sounds, oh, I have no reverb, I have no delay, I don't know this, I have no, okay, fine. But always a clean face is like a clean note. That's the tone, the real tone of you and me. Because I can put makeup and look like Paul Stanley of Kiss by tomorrow, no problem. Maybe I just put my, Gene Simmons put his tongue down. You can look like Gene Simmons tomorrow by doing makeups. But in the sound progress, for you to look for your own right tone, they call it, it's like eating mango, You want to eat the ripe mango, not the young mango. Eh? Ripe mango is sweet.
Right.
You know, when you bite it, it was like, wow, man. The notes that we play should sound like that. But if you can do that only with a simple amp,
Mhm.
then you're achieving it day by day. But if you have a band to practice, if you have a band to play on gigs, or then you use the pedals. What pedals are suitable for the song, go ahead. That one is fine. But
Right.
normally, for me, if I go for my 6-month rehearsal with my band, I will never take not even a single pedal. No way. And now I just take my Strat. If I have my Strat, I will practice on my Strat. We are playing metal songs and all this. I will purposely play on my Strat. I have this Maple 74 Strat. Man, that guitar can really bleed your fingers, man. Seriously. I was using like 1152 gauge standard tuning.
Wow.
Then for 4 years, I was using 12 to 56. For 4 years to send my fingers to gym, to gymnasium. So that
Right,
really
right.
helps. Seriously, it doesn't change your tone. No, it doesn't change your tone, but it changes the strength of your fingers, so that you
Correct.
can play longer times on stage easy. So that also helps. You see, like my setting, I'll show you my pure setting. This is the amp that I use. Zero, nothing else.
Yeah. Eh,
It's the custom made in China. It's been here with me for 25 years. So
yeah, I
I
actually
have,
saw that.
yeah. There are some Western people or from America who ask me, bro, can you show me your signal change, your rig? I was saying, no way, I'm using. I show them, I have only this. Then they start laughing at me. They put their lol, man. I said, why are you guys laughing? I said, they say, don't bullshit us, man. You might be using a Mesa Boogie or Marshall. Show us. Show what's behind your door. I was like, seriously, I'm not joking. I'm using this amp only. So I told my wife, Nama, you take a video again. I will play the same thing. You take the video, I send them to them. After that, you know what they say? Now we believe what they always say. The tone comes from the finger, man.
Tone
You
is
know?
in the hands.
Yeah, of course. But those effects, those pedals, those great amps, those great guitars help you another 50%. Your tone, your hands and your fingers, your soul give you 50%. Another of these effects, good guitars, good setup guitars, good wood, tone woods and all these are the things that give you another 50%.
Hmm.
It's like I have a Ferrari, I have a Rolls Royce, but if no one is driving the car is not moving,
Right.
right? So it's up to the hands to take the wheel and that's
Take,
wheel
take.
to take the wheel and drive. It's like the guy who plays the guitar. It can be a $20,000 guitar, and that can be Eric Johnson who just pick up a 200 guitar and just play. You sound like him. So that's very important to always have that formula, mold that formula until you get that formula correct for your own self. You know.
Right.
Okay, for your knowledge in Philippines, who do you see are great players from your country? Who that you can share
Well,
the names
sure.
for
There are a
Malaysian
lot.
yeah,
There are a
a
lot. Ah,
lot.
okay. A lot.
I believe
Uh,
there's a lot.
well, there's this one called Albert
Okay,
Montinola. Great guy. He's a Dream Theater player type of guy.
Oh, okay.
There's Joko Riantaso. He is a pretty young, cool kid. He plays like those clean, the
Jazz?
modern clean tones
Oh, okay. Jazz
on the
fusion, maybe?
day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, there are a lot. Who else? Well, my former bandmates. For me, they're one of the. I admire them, of course. My former bandmates when we were still together, and Perf, yeah, Perf is one of my influence as well. And who else? Hmm. Fidel De Jesus,
Fidel De Jesus.
another name to watch out for. Yeah, very dangerous player. So
Hmm.
so far, those are the people that I admire in the Philippines, the guitar
Okay.
community.
All right. Okay, another question. What is your thinking or what is your thoughts towards Schroeder guitars?
Well, man, my thoughts of about shredder guitars is I I always tell you from the day I saw it and heard it, I really got hooked up. I mean, I was really addicted. And yeah, I already told you the story, right?
Yeah.
I mean, about Mike and how I know, I mean, how I was able to uh, get hold of him. So, I mean, but just by looking at the builds itself, I mean, you can see how the how intricate the wood, the paint job, everything is really built to shred, man. So
Sure.
and really the neck, if you take a look in it, it sounds it's like play like butter. So
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. One day that shoulder will be in your hand. One day, hopefully. Yeah. Now,
thank you.
when I first got it, I was like, it took me like 5 minutes to just sit down and watch it. No? I was like, oh, okay. But the minute I hold it, that's it. That's the fire that turns me, you know. Because normally I do the same setting on my amps with different guitars.
Mm.
But this one brings more bite, and I had to reduce certain tweaking on my amps. This one, this greedy. That's where I say this greedy is something I really need to, you know, it's like a germ, man. Seriously. Eh?
And this is
Wow.
true. Another funny story I wanted to share.
Yeah.
Came to a point that I've dreaming of the guitar every day, every night. It wouldn't stop. It wouldn't stop. Sometimes I dream of it arriving it in a box, then me opening it. It's crazy. Now there was this one funny dream that it's like me and Mike visited your place to
Okay.
jam. I know it's in Malaysia. I knew it's in your place because I can see the background of your house. But I'm not seeing Mike's face. But I know I'm with Mike.
Okay. Mike, the invisible man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I told Mike about that. He was cool with it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Apparently, it's one of the best guitars I ever had. I'm a fortunate guy to play all the best Ferraris and Bentleys and Rolls Royce of guitars, man, all my life.
Mhm.
I've been playing a '68 Les Paul custom back in 1982. I played old Strat 69, 63, 64, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79. I got about a zillion of them, and then, yeah, it's so difficult. And I got my first endorsement deal. It's an endorsement gift, not endorsement deal like SHRÖDDER. It's a gift from Walmart, US,
Mhm.
through a Singapore company, Singapore-based company. It's called Guitar Workshop. So they gave me for free to bring the name here. Back then it was like zero here. Walmart is, no one knows about Walmart. I don't know. I do not know about Walmart brand. Back then it's only a parts, only about neck, body parts, But when they sent me there to see the body part, I was like, hey man, my eyes pop up, I said the wood, so good wood. So it's a top notch stone wood by what do you call it, let me show you something. Wait.
Sure.
I have to be a rocket scientist by wearing this now. That sweet dream. That's all because saying that sweet dream, man. Check out this, man.
Oh wow.
Mike sent me this. After a week, he sent me, really? He sent me this. It's custom shop, North Sea, Burside Maple Neck.
Bird's eye. Yeah.
Burside. He sent me this, and then he's sending me a body with this, with a new configuration. He said, Amma, you hold this neck first, I'll send you another one. Just the body alone with the pickups and shallow and all this. So I'm waiting for only for this. Man, check out the tone, bro. So yeah,
If only I can hold it.
I can let you hold it. Okay, slowly.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a good person, bro. You're a good person. I pray for you someday you get yours.
I believe. Hmm.
That's what I told you. Remember what I told you in the morning just now?
Yeah.
Let him see you in a different character. Because trust me, he did call me because of you. He did call me.
Really?
Yeah? 2 months ago, he was talking to me. So I know the secret. I know all the secret. So I'm telling you some of the tips that you can achieve something with the goal. I told you just this morning. Do it for your own self. Get your own self and do it. Remember I told you what he say? In German there are 1,000 guitar players who can play George Lynch, you can play Steve Moss, you can play just like that. So for
Right.
them to see another guy who play another thing like this, it's no big deal, man. So that's the tips. That's the tip I'm telling you. I mean, you are a good guy. You speak good things. You talk good things about them, about SHRÖDDER guitars, which is good. I saw it. I saw it every day without fail. That's good. But end of the day, man, this speed, man. You know what I mean, right? Be patient, bro. Your dream will come true. Take your dream and bring him to see me in my house.
Yeah.
Yeah, he told me he wanted to come. I think by next year. He wants me to go to Hamburg by next year, I think. Yeah, to see the factory that he just I think he's trying to work as a team with this Republic Czech factory. He builds, get all the body and cut so that while the order come bigger, things are more better for him. Okay? So okay, what are the things that you need to share with all our guys, our guitar players? What do you want to tell them? What do you want to share with them? Some knowledge, some sharing about us, about you. What do you want? How do you see things are coming? Things like that.
First of all, I really had this is already a great experience. I mean, being at your program 3M, I've already learned a lot of things. Really, an eye opener for me. So pretty much, what I can suggest everyone is to review this video, watch it again, and just listen to what Mr. Hassan has been telling me earlier. But on my end, and I mean on my own, my advice is, of course, just practice and practice. I mean, it wouldn't help at all if you don't practice. I mean, if you could at least get like even a couple of hours in a day to practice, then do it. So at least your fingers would remain its endurance and its agility and the calluses. So just practice.
Correct.
And this was really a pleasant experience. Really. I mean, I've learned a lot. So thank you.
The world is small, man. What we learn, what we have is God gift loaned to us by experience with some other people. So me myself, I learn from all my heroes. You learn from all your heroes. If I gain something more a bit, maybe 1-2%, I don't mind sharing. Because I'm not going to bring to my grave all my things that I know. No, zero. So I just whatever I can share that can benefit you, take. If it cannot benefit you, don't. Because everybody, regardless of what we say, they have their own dream, they have their own goal, they have their own playing that they want to achieve. So my side is I want to portray that. Go for your own thing. I will say it locally, I will say it to American guy, I will say it to German guy, I don't care, man. Because I was brought up that way. I don't want to be known as Michael Schenker, Malaysia, Gary Moore, Malaysia, or I don't want to be known as. Of course, I do love my heroes. I love Jimi Hendrix. I love Gary Moore, man. I love Holy Roth. I love Michael Schenker and George Lynch and all these cats. So deeply, man, so deeply. When I saw George Lynch came here 20 years ago, I cried, I cried. I cried like a baby, until he stopped me, I called all my friends, hey, come, do you know Josh Lynch? No, come. You better go and see him. And end up, they also cried. That guy is so good, man. He's one of my tone hero. That's the guy. Yes. Seriously, actually.
Here's Lynch Mob Days. Excellent playing, excellent tone.
Oh, yes. Seriously. And when after the clinic, there's about 200 or 300 people waiting outside to get autograph and all that. So the management of Yamaha Music, He saw me walking back home. He called me, bro, come. That is your mentor, right? Of course. Come. You'll be the first one I bring to go and see him. Oh, man. You saw the photo, right? I got with him, right?
Yeah.
You know what I told him? I hugged him. I said, George, can I hug you, bro? Please. Yeah, come. I hugged him. I said, man, I was on tears, man. I said, dude, you know, I've never known you personally, man. You've never come to my house and teach me how to play. No, never. But the songs that you played, the way you play in your song, when I covered it, I learned a lot of things, man. Seriously. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much. It's a blessing, man, for me that I know people like you guys, man. Then you say, what? No, one day I should come back and check out your band, man. It was fun. That guy is a great guy. Seriously, very good guy.
Cool guy.
Very down to earth, very humble, and you know, wow, man. He can play like that and he speak like this. I was like, wow, man, who am I, man? I was zero. That's an eye opener for me, you know, the attitude wise and the playing wise. He came here with acoustic guitar, you know.
Okay.
Acoustic, but you can play with a pickup. It's a built-in pickup, semi-acoustic. Man, that guy, he mentioned, I know a lot of you guys are coming here to see me play electric, but don't worry, I promise you, at the end, I will play a jam, a rock song for you. That was the greatest 3M I ever heard, man. Seriously. He almost broke the neck, you know, Will.
Really?
Oh, man. I was like, wait, my hand, when I look at him, my hand, I feel like piece of shit, no. No, I can really twist the string, seriously. I can really bend the neck to maximum, you know. I've taken out, when I was 27 years old, I was recording for one album in a studio. I tried 5150 RG, the thin neck. I still remember when I bent at the 12th fret on the E string, I snapped the screw on the back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's why I don't want to use Ibanez no more. I don't want to use it. But that guy, Niche, wow, man. That guy is monster, seriously. He's really monster.
It is. That's a correct term.
Yeah.
It's a beast.
Oh, man. Yes, he's the real beast. Seriously. Okay, for me, I would love to say thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
To jump in and to join my 3M video, live video. And thank you so much for being a good fan and friend towards the 3M and my method. And hopefully some of my method can help you to go towards your dream and to seek the truth about yourself. That's the highest anyone wants to go. To look at the mirror and see me. No, don't see Josh Lee, no more. I want to see me after this. That's the most difficult and the hardest point of our as a player. But I'm sure we're all going towards that. We're all learning. We all want to seek for that.
Right.
So hopefully, if I can help you in any sense by doing that, if you think I can help you anyway, that you let me know. You let me know. For a start, do that what I told you.
Yeah.
Take the cloth, jam, and let me see.
Okay.
You send me through my messenger. I will check you out, and I will listen, and I see the progress.
Okay.
So hopefully there will be a part 2 where we will talk again, more technical points, more about amps, guitars, gadget and gizmos or whatever. And it's not going to finish the whole day in 2 hours, you know. So let's keep some for rainy days and share something more. And hopefully, one day you can come fly over here, and maybe I'll go there and
Yeah.
we can do a big jam together
Yeah.
for the sake of music. You know,
We will make that happen.
yeah. You can come here. I have a lot of great guitar friends, guitar buddies who play very well here. You can introduce, can get hold to play some, collab, one song or two songs, and have fun.
And we will make that happen.
Yeah. On top of that, please take care of your health and your wife and your family. Stay blessed. Keep fighting. Keep practicing, bro. That's normal. That's why I think you're good at that. Go deep, and go deep. Inshallah.
I will.
So thank you so much again.
Thank you.
Thank you so much also for sharing with us know-how. Thank you so much for sharing some tips and some words of wisdom for all of us. And hopefully we will catch up someday, yeah?
Definitely.
Thank you so much, Will. For me, it's bye-bye, take care.
And thank you to
Respect
those
to
who
all.
the video.
Okay, take care.
Thank you so
Hey,
much.
man.
Bye.